And then we move on to the next week in Charlotte. Hall and Nash make a big appearance in the crowd with baseball bats. And it's at the conclusion of Nitro. There's a three-way tag team match going on for the tag team titles, might I add. And it was Luger and Sting. They're the tag champions against the Steiners, against Harlem Heat, all for the tag championship. Then all of a sudden, you see Nash and Hall coming down out of the crowd with bats. Security floods down and gets into the ring. If you're not paying attention, Arn, while all this chaos is going on, Harlem Heat, they cradle Luger in the corner, get the 1, 2, 3, and they lose the tag team championship. Harlem Heat are now tag team champions. But so much chaos is going on with Hall and Nash coming down that I had to rewind it and watch it again to catch the pin of the tag team title change. But yeah, that happened. But you had 15 officers come in. These officers just didn't come in. No, Arn, they came in, surrounded the ring, and they close up a camera on all these guys as they kept putting their hand on their piece, on their weapon. So they made it really intense. And Hall and Nash had their bats outside of the area there, outside of the ring area. The crowd looks like they're freaking out. It was just such an intense scene. The imagery of the bats. We'd never seen anything like this before, man, but it was cool.
Looked like it was out of control.
Yeah, that's exactly
what we're going for.
And man, that's how we wrap up June. It was for WCW. I want to touch on one more item that was going on across the way in WWE, but what a month for WCW, huh?
Momentum starting to build.
A lot of great momentum. I did want to touch on one newsworthy item going on. It's a major newsworthy item. Meanwhile, over in Milwaukee on June 23rd, save month, WWF would run the King of the Ring, and Steve Austin cuts the promo that changes wrestling. It's the Austin 316 promo that says, "I just whipped your ass." And Arn, you were a good buddy of Stunning Steve Austin when he was breaking in. Great worker, good talker. He loves and respects you. He's mentioned you before on social media. But man, when he brought that fire, rocket ship time for Steve Austin. And that happened that exact month for him as well.
And it was as important to what he said as how he said it. You know, that night Stone Cold was born. He's no longer just Steve Austin. Stone Cold was born that night, and it was the content and the attitude and all the things that came together that night. And wow.
To your point,
about a moment in time.
He was allowed to talk like Steve Austin and not a character. He didn't have to talk like a character anymore. He could be him.
Himself.
Yeah. And to think that he would go on from that moment and become arguably the biggest business, guy, even surpassing Hogan in popularity, drawing power, etc., of all time.
And merch.
Huge.
You couldn't go anywhere without seeing one of Austin's, 316 black shirts. Huge. Good for him. I was happy for him. He's just really a normal guy, Austin was, he's just a guy that he's just one of the boys. That's it. He just happened to catch on fire and became something special that will 25 years from now, they'll still be talking about Austin and the impact that he made.
You talk about a pivotal month in wrestling history. I think you and I just covered it. One of the most pivotal months, if you think about it, from the Austin side of things and the WCW, NWO, everything going on there. This is a huge month, June 96 in wrestling.
It's a wrestling fan's dream.
Oh,
they were the recipients of all this shit blowing up. Every show you cut on, it was just like something really cool's happening on both shows.